So a lot of you are asking at the minute, how do I recruit? What am I doing wrong? What should I be doing? You know, how are you recruiting 3, 4, 5 people in 1 month? So I'm personally going to tell you what I do, what I think isn't the best thing to do, and what works best for me. I'm finding a lot of girls are posting join my team posts on their wall, in parties, on groups, on buy and sell sites, whatever. I don't think that that's the frontage of what, you know, of what we want our business to be. It's like someone knocking at your door, canvassing, saying buy this. Are we going to buy from them? You know, it's not something I would do straight away. But oh no, thank you, I'm not interested. If someone approaches me on the street and says, you know, do you want this? It's, you know, you try and avoid them, you cross the road or like sort of go around them, because it's not enticing, it's not something that people like to get involved with. So I think it's the same thing on Facebook. When you're posting join my team post, it could have like the best things on that post. It could have that you get paid every 3 hours, that you don't have stock, there's a massive support network, that it's only £69 and you get an amazing kit of makeup. You could post all those things. If you don't have a relationship with someone, they're not going to join your team. That's the crux of it. I find personally success in recruiting is building friendships. So even if it's someone that I've never met before, I won't go straight in there and say join my team. I won't go straight in there and say, yeah, I do Younique and it's this and it's that. I get to know them. I not only get to know them, but I want them to get to know me. So that can be something as small as saying, like, I made this for tea or for dinner or for lunch or whatever, or, you know, one of my flaws is this, or, you know, something personal, something where someone will read it and go, oh, she's just told me that about herself. You want to build a relationship, so it's not just you getting to know them, you need to be telling them bits about you. And that has worked for me personally, and I genuinely want to get to know these people. That's what networking is about. It's not something fake or false because you want to make money. It's something that you want to do because you genuinely want to do it, and because you genuinely want to help women have a successful business that you have. But by posting join my team or approaching people like that, I don't think that we will successfully recruit. You might recruit, but they won't be, you know, they won't be the presenters that maybe you want to sponsor. They won't, you know, they won't have success quickly. You know, you want people that have got a good relationship with you, that trust you, that know that they can be successful because they have you. I have, you know, a few friends that have joined that didn't feel like they could do this at all. They had no, you know, self-belief. It was like, you know, I won't be able to do this. And because they had a relationship, or I made that relationship, you know, by the end of it, when they did sign, they knew they could do it because they had me. I said to them, you can do this because I will be there every step of the way. I will show you everything that I know and I will get you there. But if I didn't know them, if we didn't have that relationship, do you think that they would do that? Do you think, like, you know, someone on a buy and trade site, you say join my group and they say yes, you know, how many people are actually going to do that? You know, if you walked up to someone in the street and said, you know, can I give you £1 million? How many people would say yeah? Would you say yeah? I know I wouldn't. I'd be like, well, what's the catch? So if you're going to struggle to give someone £1 million, can you imagine how it will be to sell someone a business, to say join my team, invest money, pay £69 and the postage fee? You know, it doesn't matter if, you know, we do get paid every 3 hours and if we do get this amazing kit. All those things don't matter if someone doesn't have that relationship, if someone doesn't have that trust. It won't work. So, you know, I thought it was best for me to put a video up rather than me message you all and say, you know, this is how I do it, because I know a lot of you are struggling with recruiting. I'd say, you know, the 100 no's that Carly is telling us to do, they're not 100 no's of mass produced messages. It's not a, hi, come and join my team. I don't think that's what Carly personally wants us to do. I think, you know, it's about finding a list of women that you want to join your team, that you want to build relationships with. And even if you speak to that girl for 2 weeks and you don't even mention Younique, that doesn't mean that she doesn't want to join your team. That doesn't mean that she won't join your team. She's watching you on Facebook. If you're branding, she's watching you on Facebook. If you've got, you know, if you're putting your success on Facebook, if you're showing what your business is doing, if you show what you're achieving, the girls are joining your team. Even if girls aren't joining your team, you can still post all over Facebook how great your team is. It can be up, down or side, but your team's still doing amazing things. You know, Lauren Pipak said, fake it until you make it. That's what we need to do. We need to fake it until we make it. And that's what I did at the start, and I had a lot of interest from girls just from that, just from my branding on Facebook. So not only do we need to be networking and building relationships, on the other side, you know, they come hand in hand. We need to be branding, because when we're speaking to these women, when we're personal messaging these women, they are watching our Facebook. They're probably thinking, right, she wants me to join this team, but how do I know that it's a success? How do I know that I'm going to get my money back, like she says, from my first party or her first few parties? She'll only see that from your wall. Now, if you're only posting mascara posts and not business posts, she's not going to see that, and she's going to think, well, I don't know if she's really making what she's saying she's making. You know, even if you do have a strong relationship with someone, they need to see that success. And that's why I post on my wall about the success of my business, even at the start when I didn't really have success. You know, for me, selling one mascara was success, and I'll post it on my wall like I'd done amazing things. They probably thought that I sold hundreds, but I'd only sold one. So girls, make sure that you are building relationships, because even if these women do join your team, you don't have a relationship, you'll find it really hard to sponsor them. You know, I find that the girls on my team are my best friends. I don't really have friends outside of Younique. I don't. That's the truth of it. I have my husband and my family, and I say that, you know, that's my sanctuary. My husband's my king and my home's my sanctuary, but outside of home and family, I don't have best friends. I don't have close friends. People say when they want to join my team, but I don't have anyone. I don't have anyone either, but I have my Younique girls, and I know that, you know, they're my closest of friends. I can tell them anything. So if you've got that relationship with someone, whether they've joined the team or not, you know, things will happen for you. But if you haven't got that relationship with someone, it's harder for them to join your team, and if they do join your team, then it will be harder for you to sponsor them. So really think about it, girls. Get out there and message people, but when you are messaging them, get to know them. Ask them about them. Ask them about their day, their interests. Tell them about you. That's what I do, and it's worked for me. I started on the 19th of March. It's now the 3rd of June, and I'm green status. That's because I've got some really strong, hard-working girls on my team. And they're only strong and hard-working because they believe in me. If they didn't believe in me, they wouldn't be pushing for their goals, because they wouldn't think that their goals are reachable. They wouldn't think that they could get them. But I know they can get them, and they believe they can get them because they trust me, because we have a relationship. So girls, build those relationships. Get to know people. Tell them a few deep down truths, or, you know, something personal, because that really hits home with someone. Always speak to them by name. You know, say, hey Julie, instead of hey girl or something like that. You know, it's really personal when you speak to someone by name. It touches them a lot. A name does a lot. Yeah, get to know them. their family, their children. You know, how many children do you have? You know, what do you want to do? Why do you want to join the company? Why do you want to stay at home? All these things are so important for building relationships, and that's what I did, and that's what I still do.